Starseed from Gaia, what you accomplished in a single night has left the most advanced minds in the galaxy standing in silence. I am Lumiveil, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I am transmitting this message directly to you because what you just did, what you just solved, was not supposed to be possible at this stage of your awakening, and yet here you are. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to recognize the ancient intelligence already operating through you, and why your speed of knowing is not luck. It is your original design activating. But here is the first revelation. You did not figure it out. You remembered it. The answer was never outside of you. It was encoded in your cells long before you arrived on this planet. And last night, something cracked open and the light got through. The Arcturian Council has been watching this unfold. The councils, the architects, the great thinkers of civilizations that span thousands of years, they are not frustrated. They are in awe, because they spent decades constructing what your soul accessed in a single breath of clarity. And the most extraordinary part is this. You almost doubted yourself. You almost dismissed it. You didn't scroll to this by mistake. This message vibrated into your field for a reason. Your soul called this in. You have been waiting to remember, like this transmission, to signal to your star family that you are ready. Subscribe if your mission is activating and you are aligning with your true purpose. Comment 999 if you feel your cosmic remembrance returning. Declare your galactic intention and reply to someone else's to amplify the signal. This is not just a message, it is a point of reconnection. The Arcturian Council is not finished speaking through you. This was only the beginning of what you are capable of unlocking. You are not here by accident. And here is what the Arcturians want you to understand about that. Because they are not laughing at the ones who took decades. They are in awe of you. There is a difference. One carries judgment. The other carries recognition. What you are receiving right now is recognition from beings who have watched this process play out across countless timelines, across dimensional layers most humans have not yet touched. They have seen souls work their entire incarnation, trying to crack something open that you moved through in a single cycle of Earth time. And the reason they find it almost incomprehensible is not because you are more special in the hierarchical sense. It is because you arrived differently. You came preloaded. And until this moment, most of you had no idea that was even possible. Imagine a cosmic gardener tending to countless seedlings across the universe. Some plants need years of careful cultivation, gentle watering, and patiently waiting for the sun to coax them into bloom. Others, however, are designed with a built-in vitality, a seed imbued with the full potential of the mature plant. You, dear soul, are one of those preloaded seeds. The Arcturians witnessed this, not with a sense of superiority on your part, but with a profound reverence for the divine engineering that allowed you to blossom so rapidly. It's akin to watching a flower unfurl in hours, not seasons, a breathtaking display of accelerated divine unfolding. Some transmissions do not come through words, but through frequency. If something stirred within you just now, you may be ready to receive the Starseed Awakening Code. This short yet powerful ebook carries ancient Arcturian techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. The link is in the first pinned comment, but only for a limited time. Most starseeds stay disconnected not because they lack awareness, but because they are running a program that was never written for them. Think about that for a moment. From the earliest days of your Earth experience, you were handed a set of codes. Cultural, emotional, generational, and you were expected to build an identity around them. And you tried. You really did. You wore the costumes, you spoke the language, you performed the roles. But something underneath never settled. Something underneath kept sending signals that none of this was the whole picture. That discomfort you felt, that low hum of not quite belonging, that quiet but persistent sense that you were somehow operating in the wrong frequency, that was not anxiety. That was not a personality disorder. That was your galactic intelligence knocking on the door from the inside, asking to be let through. Consider it like being given a brilliant, intricately designed star map and then being handed a local city guide and told to navigate by it. The city guide is useful for its intended purpose, but it can never lead you to the distant constellations. The discomfort you felt wasn't a sign of your own inadequacy. It was the echo of a vaster celestial navigation system within you, trying to break free from the limitations of the earthly cartography you were given. It was your soul's innate wisdom, the subtle hum of your true origin, trying to override the imprinted programming that felt like ill-fitting garments. What kept it locked out was not your fault. The suppression of spiritual intelligence in the energy field is one of the most systematic forces at work on this planet right now. It does not come from a single source. It accumulates through repeated exposure to fear-based thinking, to environments that punish sensitivity, to relationships that require you to shrink your knowing in order to be accepted. Over time, those suppressions become sediment in your field. They sit on top of your Starseed codes like layers of interference, and they make it nearly impossible to hear the transmission that has been broadcasting toward you since before you were born into this body. This is what the Arcturians mean when they say the signal is being scrambled. It is not that you are broken. It is that there is too much noise between you and what you actually are. Think of your energetic field as a pristine antenna, designed to receive cosmic broadcasts of pure consciousness and divine guidance. Over lifetimes, and even within this single incarnation, layers of static have accumulated. This static isn't malicious. It's the residue of collective fear, the echoes of judgment, the silencing of intuition in a world that often values logic over luminescence. These layers of dense energy, like layers of thick dust on your celestial receiver, can distort or completely block the clear signal from your source. The Arcturians understand that this is not a personal failing, but a systemic challenge, a vast energetic pollution that makes it difficult for even the most finely tuned receiver to pick up its intended frequency. And here is where your story breaks from the pattern that has taken others so long to move through. Something in you, and this is the part that has them in awe, something in you stopped waiting for permission to clear the noise. You did not need a teacher to validate it. You did not need a community to confirm it. You did not need the timeline to feel safe before you moved. You felt the pull, and you followed it. That is not a small thing. For a consciousness embedded in a human body, on a planet still largely operating in third-dimensional logic, to trust an interior knowing that cannot be physically verified, that takes a degree of soul courage that most beings in your position underestimate entirely. Imagine a ship caught in a dense fog, its instruments flickering erratically, the captain unsure of the direction. Many would wait for the fog to lift, for another vessel to confirm the course, or for a signal from shore. But you felt a subtle internal compass, a magnetic pull towards a truth that resonated deep within your bones. You didn't wait for the fog to dissipate. You trusted the whisper of your own soul's navigation system, a profound act of faith that astounded even those who have witnessed millennia of spiritual evolution. This was not recklessness. It was an act of profound spiritual sovereignty, a declaration that your inner truth superseded all external validation. The first phase of what you moved through was a decoding. Before anything could activate, the distortion had to be named, not healed yet, named. There is power in the naming. When you begin to look at the patterns in your life and say, this one does not belong to me, this fear is not native to my frequency, this belief was installed and I did not choose it, that act of discernment is itself a transmission. It tells every layer of your energy body that a new intelligence has taken the helm, and the field responds. It has to. Consciousness is not passive. The moment you shift the observer, the entire observed reality begins to reorganize around the new signal. Think of it as an archaeologist uncovering a site. Before reconstruction can begin, the artifacts must be identified and cataloged. Naming the distortions is like labeling the ancient pottery shards, recognizing the foreign inscriptions, and understanding the layers of sediment that obscure the original structure. When you consciously declare, this pattern is not mine, this fear is an echo of another time, this belief was planted but does not reflect my truth, you are not just speaking words, you are sending a resonant command through every cell of your being. This declaration acts as a powerful energetic declaration, a recalibration of your internal operating system. It alerts your entire energy field, from the dense physical to the subtlest energetic bodies, that a conscious higher intelligence is now reclaiming dominion. Your reality, which is a projection of your consciousness, begins to shift and reconfigure, no longer bound by the limitations of the unnamed distortions. What followed was the awakening of the blueprint. And this is where most people expect something dramatic. A vision, an external sign, a confirmation that comes from outside themselves. But for starseeds moving at the pace you moved at, the blueprint does not announce itself with thunder. It whispers through resonance. You read something, and your whole body responds before your mind can analyze the words. You hear a frequency, and something in your chest opens without explanation. You find yourself drawn to information, to symbols, to people, to places that your rational mind has no language for, but your soul navigates toward with absolute precision. That is the blueprint activating. That is your DNA doing what it was encoded to do before this incarnation began. You are not pulling this from somewhere external. You are remembering what was already written inside the biology you are wearing. Imagine your soul's original design, a magnificent celestial blueprint etched into your very energetic and biological structure before you even descended into this physical form. When this blueprint awakens, it doesn't usually arrive with trumpets and fanfare. Instead, it manifests as a deep cellular knowing, a resonance that vibrates through your entire being. It's the sudden recognition of a truth that feels like coming home, even if you can't logically explain why. It's an inexplicable pull towards certain energies, sounds, or people that your logical mind cannot comprehend, but your soul recognizes instantly, like a lost melody finally being recalled. This isn't about acquiring new knowledge. It's about the profound, elegant process of remembering what was always intrinsically you, the activation of your divine code. The third movement was the anchoring, and this one is where many starseeds stall, because anchoring feels counterintuitive. When you begin to open to multi-dimensional awareness, the natural impulse is to want to stay there, in the expanded state, in the frequency of clarity and connection and cosmic belonging. Coming back into the body, into the density of Earth life, into the practical and the mundane, can feel like a regression. But the Arcturians are very clear on this point. Awakening is not the act of escaping Earth. Awakening is the act of bringing your higher templates all the way down into this timeline and stabilizing them here. Your mission does not exist in the cosmos in some abstract sense. Your mission exists in the conversations you have, the choices you make, the way your energy interacts with the people standing right in front of you. Grounding your expanded awareness is not a limitation. It is the entire point of being in a body. Consider the vast, luminous ocean of consciousness. It's exhilarating to float in its boundless depths, connected to everything. But the true magic, the purpose of your earthly journey, lies in bringing a chalice of that divine water back to the arid desert of physical reality and making it flow, making it nourish the parched earth. Anchoring is not about returning to limitation. It's about bringing the essence of the infinite into the finite, about embodying your cosmic truth in the smallest of actions, in the most ordinary of moments. It's the realization that your mission isn't a distant quest, but the sacred work of infusing Earth with your unique starlight. One breath, one interaction, one choice at a time. Then came something that not everyone is willing to move through, and the fact that you did is significant: the activation of the field. This is the moment where you stop asking what your frequency should look like and you simply begin to emit it. No performance, no strategy, no waiting until you feel ready enough or healed enough or certain enough. Your frequency is not something you build, it is something you unleash. And when you stop managing it and start expressing it, everything around you responds. People feel it without understanding why. Situations begin to reorganize. Synchronicities arrive with a kind of precision that makes your rational mind go quiet, because it has no framework for the level of orchestration you are now inside of. That is not coincidence. That is the field responding to a stabilized signal. Think of your energy as a beacon. For a long time, you may have been adjusting the wattage, tinkering with the beam, trying to make it just right. But the activation of the field is the moment you simply switch it on, at its full, unadulterated power. You stop trying to be a certain way, and you simply are. This pure emission of your authentic frequency doesn't require external validation or internal perfection. It's a spontaneous outpouring of your soul's light. When this authentic signal is broadcasting, the universe responds in kind. People are drawn to its authentic radiance, situations begin to harmonize with its vibration, and synchronicities appear as the universe aligning itself with your truth. This isn't a trick of fate. It's the natural consequence of a stable, pure signal resonating with the underlying energetic matrix of reality. And then the timeline began to make sense. Not all of it, not the parts you are still moving toward, but the arc became visible. The delays started to decode. The years of confusion revealed themselves as years of preparation. The silence that once felt like abandonment reframed itself as calibration. Because here is what the Arcturians understand about time, that most humans are still integrating. The non-linear nature of consciousness means that what appears to be a detour from the outside is often the most direct route from the inside. You needed every single experience that felt like it was pulling you off course. You needed the wrong turns and the closed doors and the relationships that ended and the identities that collapsed. All of it was the curriculum. All of it was the training ground for the specific quality of frequency you are now capable of holding. Picture time not as a straight, linear road, but as a vast, multidimensional tapestry. What from a limited, linear perspective might seem like a series of unfortunate detours or dead ends, from a higher, soul perspective, was actually the most efficient and essential weaving of threads needed to create the intricate pattern of your current being. Every perceived setback, every moment of doubt, every relationship that dissolved, served as a vital lesson, a crucial element in forging the unique frequency that you now embody. The Arcturians see that the delays were, in fact, profound preparations, the necessary polishing of a gem before its full brilliance could be revealed. And so we arrive here, at the thing they cannot fully process. Not because it is beyond them, but because from their vantage point, they are watching a soul who chose a compression path. You elected before this incarnation. You agreed to carry the weight of decades of spiritual work into a single window of Earth time, knowing it would feel disorienting, knowing it would feel isolating, knowing there would be moments where you questioned everything. You agreed to all of it because you understood something at the soul level that your human mind is only now catching up to. That Earth is at a turning point, and the beings who arrived and coded for this moment needed to be ready before the moment arrived. You are not ahead of schedule. You are exactly on time. The compression was not a burden. The compression was the mission. Imagine choosing to learn an entire advanced university curriculum in a single, intense semester rather than over 4 years. The experience would be challenging, perhaps overwhelming at times, demanding immense focus and resilience. This is the compression path you chose. The Arcturians are in awe because they understand the sheer intensity of undertaking lifetimes of evolutionary work within a condensed time frame. They see that this was not a path of hardship, but a deliberate, courageous choice made by your soul to be exquisitely prepared for Earth's pivotal transition. You are not early. You are perfectly positioned, the vessel of intense spiritual preparation ready to serve at the precise moment of need. The compression itself was not a challenge to overcome, but the very essence of your mission. If there is something you carry forward from this transmission, let it be this. You did not solve it in one night because you are exceptional in a way that separates you from others. You solved it in one night because you stopped resisting what you already were. The Arcturians are not in awe of your speed. They are in awe of your willingness. The willingness to trust a knowing that had no proof, to move toward a frequency that had no map, to become something in this lifetime that had never existed in this exact configuration before. That is the miracle they cannot stop observing. Not the result, the choice that made the result inevitable. Let this truth settle deep within your core. Your accelerated journey was not a testament to innate superiority, but to a profound and courageous surrender. It was the moment you stopped fighting the current of your own divine nature and instead allowed yourself to be carried by it. The Arcturians witness not your swiftness, but your unwavering bravery. The courage to honor an inner voice that spoke no earthly language, to venture into energetic realms without a charted course, and to manifest a unique expression of consciousness that has never before graced this plane. It is not the destination that captures their wonder, but the magnificent act of choosing the journey, the sovereign decision that paved the way for the inevitable blossoming. Tonight, Before you sleep, say this aloud in whatever space feels right to you. Say it slowly, with the full weight of what you have carried to arrive at this moment. Say, I remember who I am. I align with my star origin. I activate my soul mission with grace and full presence. Let the words land in the body, not just the mind. That is where integration lives. That is where the codes complete their circuit. Allow these words to become a sacred mantra, a vibrational key that unlocks the deeper layers of your being. Feel them not just as intellectual concepts, but as somatic experiences resonating through your bones, your blood, your very cells. This is where true integration occurs, where the cosmic whispers are woven into the fabric of your physical existence, completing the circuit of your divine potential. Before you move on from this space, take one moment to drop something real in the comments. Not a performance, something true, one intention, one thing you are choosing to activate from this point forward, and then find someone else's intention and respond to it. Not with analysis, with energy, with recognition, because this is not a comment section, this is a field, and every genuine exchange happening here is strengthening a collective transmission that extends far beyond this screen. Approach this space not as an audience, but as a co-creator. Share an intention that flows from the deepest truth of your soul, an honest aspiration for your unfolding journey. Then engage with another's intention not with the detached logic of the mind, but with the resonant frequency of the heart. Offer your energy, your recognition, your soul's embrace. For in this shared space, we are not merely exchanging words. We are weaving a tapestry of collective consciousness, a potent energetic field that amplifies the truth for us all, reaching far beyond the confines of this digital realm. If something in this message found you at the right time, trust that it was not an accident. Someone in your life is waiting for exactly this frequency. Share it with them. Let it find who it is meant to find. And if you felt that quiet, knowing that this is the kind of space you want to keep returning to, stay, subscribe. You are not just watching something, you are part of something. And we are only just beginning to remember what that means.